I wanted to show you how the spreadsheet actually works and how I come up with the grades that you see on the final version. So I have here the template that I upload every time. Everything is blank, obviously, nothing's in here. All the stat positions that I use, the salary, obviously, the opponent they're playing, the usage, the pace, defense versus position, minutes played last 5 games, and their average FanDuel score last 5 games, their season average, the over/under from Vegas, and the spread. So that's all the stats that I get. Over here are all my calculations that you can see. Most of them are all blank. Salary, usage, pace, defense versus position. The C versus P, or CVP, is what I created. It's cost versus production. It's basically cash game value. So it'll show if the player has been hitting cash game value over the last 5 games or missing cash game value over the last 5 games. That's where this grade comes in. FanDuel points, over, under, and spread. So this is all the calculations over here. All right, so on the other window, I've already loaded up all my stats. Let's go to the other window. And here's all the players, the prices, their usage, pace, D versus P. Everything that we just talked about is all here. So I'm going to copy this, and then we're going to go back to the template, and we're going to paste everything and give it a few minutes. You can see it's down here. It's calculating everything, doing all the formulas. We're going to delete this line as soon as it's done doing its thing. All right, so we're going to delete that top line because we no longer need it. And then we're going to sort descending. All right, and there we have our grades. So basically all of these positions, all of these stat metrics are all graded on a weighted scale. So for example, usage might have a higher weight than minutes played last 5, or the over/under has a higher weight than the spread, or something like that. So each of these numbers over here are all the grades. Negative is bad, positive is good. We haven't done the over and unders yet, but that'll eventually fill in as well. I'll show you how to do that really quick, or show you how I do it, because this is not in the final version. I have this little Vegas tab up here. So if the teams that's playing are playing at Atlanta, I would change the spread to whatever the spread is. So let's just say 225. I'm sorry, over under. Let's say the spread is 9 points. And then let's say there's a team playing at Detroit. I do the same thing, 226. And let's do 10 points. And I would enter all these in. And as I enter these in, it's changing over here on this side. So hopefully we got some numbers over here. So yeah, this one right here, it changed a little bit. So let's see what that is. Yeah, it was at Detroit. So Jeremy Lamb at Detroit, when I entered in the spread and the over-under, it changed his grade. So the over-under gave him a positive, and the spread gave him a negative. And then once I've got everything loaded up, the final version that you see, I hide all these columns except for these two. And then basically you have the hot, the cold, the matchup with the thumbs up, players' names, positions, the opponent they're playing, and then their salary. And you'll notice some of these salaries are highlighted. Those are value plays. Basically anything under 5.5K will get highlighted. And then if you see highlighted players that are ranked up at the top right here, you'll know that those are value plays. I've also obviously broken down across the top. You can sort by point guards. You can sort by shooting guards. There is a hot column. It'll show you all the hot players for that day's slate. And there's a value column. It'll show you all the value players for the slate. The value players only show you players that are graded 20 and above. So an average play, good play, or best play and above, and that are under 5.5K. So that's how you find some values. That's basically it. On my next video, I'm going to show you how to turn this spreadsheet into a CVS file that you can then upload into RotoGrinder's Optimizer and get an optimized lineup which is what I do when I put the optimizer on here, is I use it through roto grinders. And that's it.